Ovens, you use them to cook, you use them to fry, but would you ever live in one? Well, today I'm going to be making the biggest, bestest, most amazing oven house you've ever even seen. And by the end of the video, I'm going to be able to live in it. So let's decide what oven we want to base our house off of. And oh, sorry guys, it's actually called stove, not my UK accent coming in. So first of all, we have this one. We're obviously not using this. Like, we're already going to be living in an oven. We don't want to be living in a filthy oven. Next up, we have this one. And I'm honestly leaning towards this one. It's kind of the iconic oven. We then have the Pro stove, the commercial stove, the Pro Chef oven, and the large oven. So we have a lot of options to choose from. But I think actually, this one is standing out for me. This is sort of the only one that has 2 stories to it. This one looks like it has about 10 stories. Maybe if we were doing an apartment. So we could be really nitpicky with the dimensions here. As you can see, Bloxburg does actually provide squares, even for the smallest grid. And that would mean the oven is actually about 16 blocks along. And of course, the reason we picked this was for its 2-storyness. And I never thought I'd be happy to do a flat roof, but today I am. And wow, they're already looking like twins. Look at them. It's beautiful. So next up, I'd say we should do the windows, which are, of course, the ovens into the actual, which are of course the windows into the actual oven. And there's only one I can think of. And what the hell? Did you guys just see all that money? The only window I can think of is this one. However, I've had a change of heart for the roof. We need to make it go up thick, and then that can be what all these little buttons are on. And I don't know if you noticed, but it actually goes in a tiny bit. Wow, we're off to an amazing start. And wow, it backspace all my building. Now back to these windows. They are gonna be perfect because look at how long you can make them. Like, that is one long dada window. And then for the ones on the bottom, we need them to be massive. And already, I'm seeing the resemblance. I'm seeing it. If anything, it actually looks a bit wide. Do you know what I mean? Like, this looks much thinner. So I just quickly changed the proportions around. And there we go. That's looking a little bit more like our oven. So I guess next up, we'll add the handles on. Now, I don't know about you. This looks like a big rod. But as you can see, it's also coming off like a tiny little handle. So I'm going to use large structural beams for the end parts. And I'm pretty sure if I'm not mistaken, we have rods in Bloxburg. So we're obviously going to need the big dada ones. Part of me actually thinks those rods are a bit too big. Maybe just the large ones would do better. That's a little bit more like it. And the best part is we can actually check the exact colors. So the glass is obviously black. This is mid-grey and this is medium stone grey. For the first time in forever, we're going to be leaving the walls as stone grey. And I don't know what in the wonk-tastic happened over here. Let's fix that. And next up, oh my God! There is a guitar next to me and I accidentally just elbowed it. Anyway, up here we are going. And I'm actually gonna add a floor in because it's so much easier to add basic shapes when there's a floor in. And look at how bad my Wi-Fi is today, guys. I'm sorry. 1 bar. I'm struggling on 1 bar. But anyway, if you do basic shapes off the floor, it gets all lippy and red. So I think it's gonna be easier to do it from here. So obviously the first thing we need to add is this, which is actually the timer. This was a very useless feature of the oven until, I don't know. I'm not one of those channels who knows every update name. But basically the update where you could then burn the food. I'm not gonna lie, the rest is easy as pie. It's just a bunch of cylinders. No, that looks so good. This literally looks like the oven. I know I just deleted it, but don't they look like twins? I think we're gonna have to put the rest of the windows on the side. Be sneaky, sneaky. And then also we are gonna need a door. So maybe we could put a big glass door. And obviously we're not gonna be doing any gardening because like what are we gonna put out here? Like a ketchup. And this is, I guess, where it becomes a normal house. Well, as normal as a house in an oven becomes. So first off, I wasn't actually expecting to build an oven house today. It just sort of came to me in the night. But we need to make a very big oven room. Oven room! I meant kitchen. No, I'm calling my kitchens oven rooms now. I'm not gonna lie, this house isn't actually that big. Anyway, this side is then gonna be the living room, dining room. So what walls do you think would be in an oven? Honestly, my oven, this. My oven, I burn everything. This is what the inside of my oven looks like. But we are going for more aesthetic today. But maybe a big white plank wall and the rest can be smooth. And is it just me? But I kind of want us to have like a balcony. No, we so have to do that. Oh, we've got to make this bigger somehow. How can we make this oven bigger? Maybe we could just make it go back a bit more. Do you know what I mean? This is it being built into the counter, okay? Let's say we had giant counters. This would be underneath it, all right? And there we go. That is a much nicer upstairs. And speaking of the upstairs, I suppose we should do the layout. Maybe we should... Is this a joke? There is enough space, and I'm going to prove it right now. Do you know what, y'all? This calls for one thing and one thing only. Fake wall, fake wall. There we go. Now what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do now? So anyway, this is gonna be one of the bedrooms. I did still want it to have a little bit of a view of downstairs. Then maybe we could have another bedroom here, family bathroom, and then a final bedroom. So a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom oven. That's what I like to hear. Next up, we're visiting Miss Sia. And we're going to add the chandelier if they ever decide to load. Now, personally, I love the pearls. The pearls are just so unique. There's something special about the pearls. And wow, this is so aesthetic. I can't believe we're in an oven right now. I would have thought if I was in an oven, I'd be screaming because my face would be burnt off. And we may as well continue the theme of those big dada windows all the way around our rooms. Next up, it's the doors. And I don't know about you, babes. I kind of want glass doors. Since this house has so many windows, if you have glass doors, it sort of lets the light flood through the build. And do you know what's the perfect statement to go right here? Actually, maybe we shouldn't do it in black. That makes it look like I've perished. Maybe we should have it in golden to be like thriving. Just behind it, we're gonna put the vines. Okay, maybe we should have put the vines first. But there we go. I think that's still quite a cool statement piece. So why don't we actually get started with something? And I don't know about you, but I want to start with the kitchen. And it goes without saying, we have to use this one, doesn't it? A special cabinet just for this oven. So also gonna have to do quite a big island, I think, because there's not really enough chopping space. You know when you're trying to cook and you just can't because there's nowhere to chop. Now, before you worry about this line in the middle, I thought that could actually look like a cool design because we're going to top it with a basic cube. And oh goodness gracious me, I never thought I'd see the day that a basic cube couldn't cover my whole island. Then we won't forget to add the cabinets, and I also want to add some shelves in here because I am a little bit of a basic builder. You're basic. I wish I wasn't, but it's actually very hard to be a pro builder in Bloxburg. I have so much respect for those builders who can like spend 5 hours on one build. And guys, do you know what this coffee machine is reminding me of? I don't know what it is that makes me love you so. Shopping at Costa Coffee. In the middle of our island bench, we're gonna have this nice table run, and I am so hot. I complain about the weather in England constantly, but it either feels like you're in the Atlantic Ocean or it feels like you're in the center of the Earth's crust. And right now, that is what I feel like. I'm literally sweating. And I think we should also add some candles and even some autumnal decorations. It's September now, which means we're allowed to use autumn vibes. And someone commented when I did my seasons video the other day, they were like, that is just Halloween. No, it's not, guys. Autumnal decorations can be put up from September, and they most of the time involve pumpkins. I do just want to put some fake marble walls back here though. And if you don't know how to get these, you just search up marble tile, or if you have your own decal, you enter the image ID there.
A few minutes later.
I think in our lounge room we should have a grand piano here. What better to fill this perfect corner spot? The answer is nothing. I do definitely think we should have paintings or something here. Maybe, I've not done this in forever, guys, my big dada shelves. Is each one you just sort of make a little bit wider like that. And it's also been a while since I've done my speed up shelf building. I know you guys have missed it. And there we have it. That's our little shelving unit. I absolutely love that. I mean, I didn't really think it through. I probably should have done some over here as well. But maybe here we can just have a painting, you know. Now, the reason I spent such a long time on that is because the rest is going to be a little bit underwhelming. I mean, we could do a big custom plant. Okay, maybe I'm not done. Maybe this isn't going to be an underwhelming room. Again, I used to do these absolutely all the time. You basically resize a transparent cube and then you go and get a decal. Now, it's very important you get the two-sided decal. I'm actually going to put it here for easy access. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, rabbit. Oh my gosh, they haven't changed a bit. They literally are the exact same, and I'd say 3 is enough. Then you need to put a big planter. I think I'm going to use this framed one today, and you can probably guess the final step. Basically, just line this all up, and there we go. You've got a giant custom plant. Now, I know a lot of people don't like these, so I'm not going to add loads, but I think that's quite a cute touch to have in our 2-story entrance. And normally I do maybe just 2 armchairs, but today I'm actually feeling like having a wicker sectional. Wait, why does it kind of look like an oven when it's all glitched like that? So it's actually going to be quite a massive sofa. We've just got to sort of work out where this actually fits. Oh, perfect. Like this. And there we go. That is our lounge room. Those pillows look atrocious. But honestly, not changing them. And I almost forgot, that we need a dining table. Now, I love this one. It looks like a big cake. And y'all know my thoughts on cake. I just want to gobble it up. But instead, we're going to kind of build it into the staircase. And we're going to custom do it with these mid-century chairs. So it's actually still going to be a 4-seater, but just like a round one. I really, really like that. And that's our downstairs done. The final thing I'm going to add here is a secret door. So it makes it look like you can go into maybe a basement or something. As we head upstairs, we have the 3 bedrooms, the 3 bathrooms, and our gorgeous hallway. As for the hallway, it's been a while since I've just done a bog standard one. We'll add in some potted plants in the corner, and we use so much random decor over here. We're gonna have no problem filling this shelf up. I'll tell you that for free. As for our lights, what actually do we have in terms of modern lights? We really don't have that many options. I do like the large circular ceiling light, but I find it's very low.
And if you resize it up, it doesn't really, you can't really make it that high.
And this is our little hallway, and I think it was a good decision adding glass everywhere. Maybe not into the bathroom, that is a bit sus, but too late now, too late. As for the walls, we're gonna do a gorgeous tile if it lets us, because it's so flippin' laggy. Lots of you guys have been saying not every house needs a bath, so okay, I'm gonna take your advice on board. We'll have this one as just a shower, and part of me wants to put a plant in here. You can! I was not expecting to be able to do that. We're then gonna have our toilet there, and I can't be doing a basic sink. I feel like this build hasn't been basic so far. Let's not start now. So it's time for one of the oldest tricks in the Reese's handbook. Grab yourself a basic shape, resize her down to 0.45, put this bowl sink on top, and then put a counter next to it. Now, a part of me also wants to build this toilet in. I mean, why not, hey? And then we can put the plunger there. We can go add all of our fun bathroom items. Next up, we have the master bedroom, which honestly, they're all very generously sized bedrooms, but I think this one at the front is definitely the master. And every master bedroom needs a feature wall. So we're gonna go ahead and do a sand blue. For the bed, shall we do a custom bed? Basically, loads of people do custom beds with this. I think I'm going to, you know. Let's just have a big, gigantic headboard and make it carpet tile. That is a good option. And wait, do we have to use the broken bed for this? I'm just thinking, why don't we just use the bed without the headboard? Makes a little bit more sense.
Duh.
And when you really think about it, internal textures, Bloxburg actually does not have that many at all. Like in choices of bedding, there's like 2 textures that actually would work. And if you want to be a time saver, then put your comforter on the bed first, and then everything will be copy and pasted. I'm sorry, that looks so cozy. I'm gonna actually add a more natural blankets. Either side, I never thought I'd say this, but I actually want to add these windows. And I got a comment the other day, somebody saying, bring back the hairpin dance, and your wish is my command. $3,000 for that shelf. Crumbs. I really wasn't looking when I placed that, did I? And then just over in this corner, the final thing for a master bedroom, a chaise lounge. So next up, I think we should do more of a teenager's bedroom. So we're going to do actually a bunk bed with a desk built in. I know. So in terms of chairs, I'm going to give them a big armchair. And wait, that leaves so much room. Having a bunk bed with the desk in there is actually such a good lifesaver. And I used to have a bed like this, guys, but underneath it, there wasn't just a desk. There was also like a lounge bit. And I guess this person could just be really into fashion. And oh, we can make them one of those TikTok closets. Get ready with me to go to my results day. And for this final guest bedroom, I'm going to do a similar thing to the master. But remember I said, so you can copy and paste it. And I'm going to use this window because if you remember the theme, this is actually an oven house. I almost forgot for a second, but that kind of is giving oven window. And with that, guys, the oven is built. So here we are outside the oven. I've gone in and changed the decals now. I was literally like a monkey climbing up the walls. But this is the oven. I'm sorry, this is the Bloxburg oven, and this is our oven. It looks amazing, and I love the kind of optical illusion of a house being inside an oven. It just feels really like a dollhouse or something. If you're wondering, this is cheap as chips. Cheaper than the chips you'd fry in this oven. Only $140,000. Anyway, the front door is not at the front. It's actually round the sides. And we're not going to look at the side, okay? Because it's kind of it's a bit sad. But as we walk in through our quadruple doors, this is the sight that we are met with. Our stunning kitchen with autumnal touches. A throwback to the outside oven. Our whitewashed design. Honestly, I can't get enough of it. It looks magical in here. And obviously, we had to do the kitchen well because we are in an oven after all. Okay, let's just fry some Bloxade. And I haven't drunk this in yonks. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. We also have a kitchen island. So we actually have multiple places to sit, even though this house is kind of small. This dining table, I must admit, I want to do these more often, built out of the wall. There's just something so cozy. I feel like you could sit here and have a good goss with a group of friends. Like, did you see that girl who got hit by the car? It was me. Just over in this room, we have the 2-story lounge room. Don't get me wrong, the pillows are kind of ugly, but the view as a whole is absolutely gorgeous. But as we go up past the TR sign, we have the bedrooms and bathrooms. And this is actually a very nice upstairs. I often struggle with my upstairs layouts, but I think doing an L shape is honestly the way to go. So first up, is the master bedroom. This custom bed is honestly making me so hot and sweaty, and it's not the temperature doing that. Oh, I'm so bad at Riz, guys, honestly. And then, of course, we have these gorgeous lamps. Absolutely adore this room. A nice view out the oven as well. We then have the room you just saw me build, basically just a guest bedroom. Also, the teen bedroom where we can do some TikToks, have some parties, make it all magical. And finally, the bathroom where we can have a gorgeous shower. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was something a little bit different. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next oven.